Well, about what, a week into practice now for you guys? Just what have you learned about your team so far through this first week?
Honestly, I think we're starting to get to know like how we feel on the court together. Like, I don't know, I think over the summer people are coming and going, all of that. So it's great to finally be able to be on the court with everyone, play with everyone, and have the coaches involved too, which is a big piece, and just like work on our systems. Yeah.
Scrimmage tomorrow and then scrimmage against Baylor over the weekend. Just what are you hoping to see from your team throughout those two matches?
I think again, just continuing to like work with each other, find that chemistry, like figure out who we are as a team and show that to each other before we go out into like our future matches and like show it to everybody else. So I think the scrimmages are a great opportunity to go and do that.
Being on a team that won the national championship last year, what do you feel like heading into the season? There'll probably be a little bit more of a target on y'all's back.
I mean, I think having a target on your back means you're doing the right thing, you know? But at the end of the day, we're a new team, new set of people, and I'm excited to go show everyone what we're all about.
What really drew you to A&M out of the transfer portal and just kind of how that process played out last winter?
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Jamie on the first day of the transfer portal, and I thought I would take my time, but with scheduling conflict stuff, I ended up in College Station the next day. So it was a pretty quick turnaround, all of that, and I loved what I saw, and by the end of the week, I was committed. So yeah, I think I had a great conversation with Jamie. We connected on a lot of things, and especially like the coaching side, he has a great career in coaching, and that's what I want to do after playing. So it was really great to connect on that and hear what he had to say about that stuff. So, yeah.
I didn't heard that they were coming off a national championship either.
No, I actually committed the night after they won against Louisville. Yeah, so I committed the next day, and yeah, so the rest of the tournament run, I obviously wasn't a part of the team, but I felt like I was, and me and my grandma and my mom were so excited watching them. We were like, this is insane, so it was super fun to watch that.
So you were at home with your family just watching the run?
Actually, it's a funny story with that. Over Christmas, when we were watching, there was a windstorm at my house, so we were crowded into the only hotel in town because we're from a pretty small town in rural South Dakota. And we're sitting watching on this little TV at the edge of the bed in the hotel, and it was me, my mom, and my grandma in that hotel, and it was a surreal experience to watch that.
Okay, so just for people who don't know what a South Dakota windstorm's like what kind of winds are we talking about?
Yeah, I don't know the exact number, but I do know the night before I got there, it was iffy if my flight would even be canceled because we're in the far western side out by Mount Rushmore in the mountains. So there's not a lot to protect you from it. So my mom said the night before it was pretty scary because you just heard like trees falling down left and right, and you're like, hope it's not one that lands on our roof. But yeah, it was pretty intense.
You remember the name of the hotel y'all watched the match at?
I think it was like a Motel 6 or something like that. It was the only one in town.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What have you? I know you have short time of practice, but what have you feel like some of the strengths of this group are heading into the season?
I think honestly, like I keep saying it, but our identity as a team, like it's starting to come together, and I think we're starting to click on a lot of our offensive pieces and our defensive pieces as well. And I think in general, like we have that like team chemistry that everyone talks about like wanting to have, and I'm really glad that it's all starting to come together.
You and Eliza came in at the same time. Do you feel like y'all's relationship has grown even stronger since you've been here?
Yeah, for sure. I think like coming in at the same time as Eliza and Nat and Lily, like, and also the freshmen, I think that was great for a lot of us, like being able to grow that connection through the spring, through the summer, and then Lou getting here pretty early on in the summer as well. Like it allowed us to all work together and get to know each other off the court so that it translates on the court. Yeah.
One of the things that you talked about you wanting to get better at was blocking in specific. Just how do you feel like that's kind of come along throughout this offseason?
I think it's come along a lot, actually. I hope it shows on the court. But yeah, I don't know. I think as a whole, like I think our team blocking has come together a lot. I think me especially, I've been working on a lot of like two-step moves and like quicker play stuff, and I think it's been translating on the court. We're getting a lot of touches for our back row and stuff, and we're able to turn it into good offense.
And then y'all's first 23 games are either at home or they're on a national broadcast. Just how nice is it to have you have the spotlight on you completely?
I mean, it's amazing, and especially like I'm not from a super small town, but a lot of my family lives in a small town now where it's a lot harder to find the streaming stuff, all of that. So I think that's great to know that I have a lot of fans back home that can watch me play and all of that. And I don't know, I think it's also really important for volleyball as a sport in general to be able to grow, to be on a big national stage like that. So that's a really important part as well.
What's the town that your family lives there in South Dakota?
Hill City.
Well, good. Sweet. Thanks, Kyle.
Fire. Thanks, y'all.